Hey everybody, we wanted to give you some more information about the midterm live binder. Several of you have asked great questions to clarify the assignment, and so we thought we would create a short video to walk you through some examples. So I've got up here the assignment description to kind of remind you of the criterion, and note that for the welcome page you're going to have two columns. In one column you're going to talk about your philosophy and your code of ethics, and those came from the first two modules of information that you worked on in the course. And then the other column should describe yourself and your philosophy or ideas for teaching and supporting students who might require some significant supports. Note that for each of the tabs that come next, you're going to have a tab, like a tab for the ABA terms, and then you'll have two subtabs, and those subtabs should have links and resources. One of those resources could always be the advanced organizer that matches the topic. You are welcome to have more than two tabs, as you'll see in one of the examples. And you can include key resources, documents that you found, work that you completed that meets the criterion for each of the categories. ABA terms will have a main tab and two subtabs. You'll also have the same sets for responsible use, behavioral objectives, collecting data, graphing data, single subject design, and determining the function of behavior. And note that those topics all match with modules and content that we have gone over so far. Keep in mind as you're putting and choosing your resources and putting your resources in your binder that you need to choose great professional websites. So don't choose WebMD, no Wikipedia, no dictionary.com, no religious sites that might have some good ideas on them. But you need to choose sites specific to disability categories. They need to use people first language, and they need to have appropriate strategies. So let me show you two examples that we really like. This example, you'll note that under the key ABA terms in each of the key main tabs, that the creator gave a nice brief summary of what they've learned about that topic, right? So the section addresses ethical implications. You're just sharing with us what you know about this topic. This should be a nice, concise summary that you could use and think about it as sharing with another professional or with a parent, kind of explaining the concept to someone who hasn't read Alberto and Troutman, who hasn't been through 790. How would you explain that concept? And then you'll upload your resources. Note that this person uploaded their advanced organizer, and they chose to just copy and paste the advanced organizer directly into the link. That's a great way to do it. Some people put their advanced organizers in Google Docs and then they upload those hyperlinks. Some people upload their Word documents. Any of those choices are fine. And then they chose a website that came from appliedbehaviorstrategies.com that walks through some of the key resources. They did this for each of the tabs that are required. And note that this student went ahead and they've got all the tabs all the way through the final, but we will only be grading the content for the midterm. So they've again summarized, here's the key information you need to know. And then the assignment specifically talks about addressing terminology, and this student has addressed that terminology in their advanced organizer. So that's great. And then they've got another great resource. If you are having trouble finding great resources, check your advanced organizer in the module for websites that we've recommended. You can check the textbook for websites that are recommended. Also, doing a Google search will lead you to a lot of excellent websites in each of these topics. So that's one example. This example, which is nice and colorful, you'll notice that this person for behavioral objectives shared more than two sub-tabs, which is absolutely fine. And for their main tab, they chose to provide a brief definition and to go ahead and give key terms in that main tab, which is a great way to summarize that knowledge and is helpful for you down the road. And this person chose to upload their advanced organizer, but then they also found 3 websites that they like, and so they uploaded those. So you're fine to do either one, whatever works best for you and that you find most helpful. I really love using other university websites like Florida State, Parent Center Hub is an excellent resource. The RTI Action Network is fantastic. I really love how this person labeled their subtabs so I can clearly see what's in those subtabs. It's great to go back later and pull resources because the subtabs and tabs are so clearly labeled. This person also chose to use Behavior Babe, which is a great resource that we use throughout the course. And note that here they linked to Behavior Babe, the Ethics and Use and ABA page, great. And then under ABA terms, they also linked to Behavior Babe, but to the acronyms page. So make sure that if you're using a website multiple times, which is great, that you're linking to the right pages based on the tab that you are using. This person also linked to I Love ABA, which is another great resource that we recommend quite often. I hope this helped give you a feel for what's expected in the midterm. If you've got any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. We're happy to help, and we can't wait to see your projects.